first case of COVID was announced in Kenya in early March. The government locked down the entire universities in the country. So when we were going home, I personally went home. And when I went home, I sat with my parents, and I also realized that they had actually sent me to school to be a solution provider to them. Then I realized I had studied for 5 years and I had actually some skills I could help to alleviate the situation. So I went online to see what can be done for COVID. By then it was announced as a pandemic. So after I went, I realized there are 3 things I could do. One of them was either come up with a cure, another one was come up with a vaccine, another one was come up with a ventilator, which was by then a very useful mechanical component machine in treating COVID-19. So for the first 2, that is the cure and the ventilator, the vaccine, I realized I couldn't do it because I wasn't a pharmacist by training. I was an electrical engineer. So the third one was a machine, a ventilator. So I was very excited about that because it's a machine and I've been working with machines. So I pitched it before my friends who came with me, with the 15 people. And they were also very excited about the same. And together we formed a WhatsApp group where we started engaging online. We did the designs online. Then after that, I actually posted on my WhatsApp status. Then the Director of Innovation and Incubation and my Dean, Dr. Mambo, they actually saw and they called me. They told me that this is a very interesting thing and the university is willing to support the research. So we had to build a ventilator from scratch because going online, there was no documentation released by any company about ventilators by then. So we actually, our medical team, guys from medicine and pharmacy and nursing, helped us by teaching us the fundamental principle of ventilation in a human body. And the engineering team sat down and we tried to mimic how humans breathe on a machine. Yeah, so that's basically what happened early April.
This machine is going to save lives because we've had problems with ventilators. Remember, the country wanted to buy ventilators from abroad, but countries were not selling. It was everybody for himself and God for us all. And thank God during that period is when now we came up with this. So I feel good as a student that we can come together as a team and use what we have learned in class and sometimes go a step ahead to study and explore and come up with practical solutions, African solutions, our own solutions to our problems, and not always look to the West to be helped.
As a nurse, I am positive that this ventilator is safe to be used because it has been tested. It has been certified by the KEBS. We have met all the ISO compliance requirements, and that's why we have been satisfied. This ventilator is safe to be used on a patient outside. Not only COVID-19 patients, but all other patients who need lung support because who have breathing difficulties because of very different maybe comorbidities and diseases.
As a mentor, I'm feeling very, very proud. First of all, being part of this solution in the country. I'm a biomedical engineer, so actually as an engineer, you're supposed to provide solutions to the humanity. And looking at the challenges that we've had specifically in healthcare and what has been presented by this COVID, with these young minds coming up with this kind of ideas, being part of that team of mentoring them is quite an honoring aspect to me as an individual. And of course, it goes to the entire university management, whereby looking at the leadership of the university, right from the Vice Chancellor and the management who have supported this idea up to where it is now. There are a lot of resources that have been put in to bring this up to where it is. The sacrifice that has been made from the team of the mentors and of course the students themselves. You could see some of them working up to almost 18 to 20 hours a day. And when you come and see all that you've advised them to do, they have put it in place and it goes beyond that. Then it is really humbling to be part of that.
I would like to tell institutions and private sectors and also universities, they should support young people and they should be open to put resources to them. If you look at countries like the US, people invest in actually ideas. Somebody can come up with a crazy idea and people pump a lot of money for this guy to find out, even if at the end they take the risks such that even if it doesn't work, they are willing to take that risk. If you look at stories of guys like Elon Musk, guys took risk to finance this research. So for Africa, it should be the same. universities, private sectors, and also NGOs should be willing to finance and support young people. Doesn't matter either idea or prototype in any stage.